I hope you all are fine. Today's video is related to English Grade 2. Our unit number is 5 and our unit name is Trees. The topic is Vocabulary Focus. In this video, we will discuss words to learn and words meaning, and we will try to understand their meaning with the help of pictures. Dear students, before explaining the words and their meaning, first let's have a quick review about unit number 5, Trees. This unit is related to a poem which was about trees. In this poem, the poet tells us that trees are like our best friends. They give us shade, and birds and animals and even humans, they like to sit under the shade of trees. Trees stand on the earth from day till night. In this poem, the poet tells about the beauty and the benefits of the trees within nature. Trees gives a lot of things to the animals and to humans. They give us fruits, they give us shade, they give us wood. Some trees are used for making the medicines. Therefore, the poet praises trees in this poem, and the poet tells us that trees are very good for us and also for the nature. So now let's start and have a look at the words to learn. I will read one by one all these words. First we will do the reading and then one by one we will discuss their meanings. Our first word is kindest. Number 1 is kindest. Number 2 is harm. Number 3 is spread. Number 4 is gather. Number 5 is bows. Number 6 is beams. Number 7 is floats. Number 8 is drowsy. Number 9 is shade. Number 10 is evening. Number 11 is lullaby. Number 12 is ago. Number 13 is hum. Let's read one more time. Number 1 kindest. Number 2 harm. Number 3 spread. Number 4 gather. Number 5 bows. Number 6 beams. Number 7 floats. Number 8 drowsy. Number 9 shade. Number 10 evening. Number 11 lullaby. Number 12 ago. Number 13 hum. Now we will discuss their meaning in detail with the help of few pictures so that their meaning will become clear to all of you. So let's start. Dear students, our first word is kindest. Its meaning is polite, and it also means generous, which means a person who is always willing to help other. It means to support other. It means to help them in the time of need. There can be different kinds of help. We can help someone when we see them in trouble, in form of money and in some other form also. So few examples are here. For example, if there is an old woman and if you can help that woman to cross the road, this is also being humble. It means to be kind. To help your parents in the daily routine tasks is also kindness. Because parents are so loving and caring, we should also care them in return. Helping others to cross the road, it can be old people, it can be kids, is also kindness. So kindness means helping others. Kindness means to be generous, to be polite. If someone falls down and if someone is hurt and if you are there to help that person, it also means kindness. Helping a friend, supporting a friend is kindness. Our next word is harm. Harm. Harm means injury. Injury. It also means hurt. Hurt. To get hurt. When we get pain. Now harm can also mean that when we are making problem for others, and it can also mean that if we are getting into trouble. Let me explain this with the help of few pictures. If we are fighting with other and if we are beating them, it means this is harm to them. Harm. It can give them pain and injury. So it is harm. If we are using bad words and if we are fighting with each other, it is harm. It is bad thing. Harm. Harm means pain, trouble. If we are fighting on a toy or on anything, it means making problems for others. So that is harm. It's also an example of harm. If we are fighting with each other, again, it is harm. We are touching and teasing, it's harm. The other person is in pain, it is harm. If we fell down and get hurt, and if we get pain, it is harm. Injury, it is harm. So harm means injury, pain. Here is another example. If anything hits us and we get pain, it is also harm. Injury, pain, harm, injury. So harm means injury. Our next word is spread. Spread means to put on an area. For example, we have chocolate spread. We put the chocolate spread on the bread and then we eat it. So spread means to put something on an area. For example, spreading a sheet on a table, spreading a cover on any object. So spread means to put on an area. Our next word is gather. Gather. Its meaning is come together. Its meaning is come together. Gather can mean to collect things, and it can also mean when people come together to each other. Let me explain this with the help of some pictures. Dear students, look at here. Here are some examples of gather. Some birds are sitting on a wire. It means they are gathered. Gathered means more than one people, animal, or birds. If they are together, it means they are gathered. When we are having a feast and a lot of relatives and friends, they come together, it means they are gathered. Gather. When people come together, it is gathered. It can also mean when we collect something. When we are collecting any fruit or our stationery or our books or any other item, it can also mean gather. Gather. Our next word is bow. Bow means branches of trees. Branches of trees. Trees are so huge and they have lots of branches, and the branches are spread everywhere. Birds like to sit on those branches. Branches are part of tree. Once again, I'll try to explain this with the help of some pictures. Look at here. These are the branches. Bow, branches of the tree. It depends on the size of the tree. If the tree is very big, there will be a lot of branches. Our next word is beam. Beam. A ray of light. A ray of light. A ray of light means when you can, in a very easy and simple words, you can say that when the light is coming and it is spreading everywhere. So beam means a ray of light. It can be the light coming out of torch. It can be the light coming out of laser. I'm sure you might have seen laser beams when you turn on a laser light and a light just comes out of it and it just goes and moves towards a direction wherever you will point out. Our next word is float. Float. It means rest or move on a liquid. Rest or move on a liquid. For example, boats, ships, ducks, birds, anything which is sitting on the surface of water and it's not drowning and that thing is moving or resting, that is floating. In order to understand, look at this example over here. Float, float. Here is a tube, air tube, and it is floating on the water. It is floating on the water. Float means something on the water. Our next word is drowsy. Drowsy. Drowsy means feeling sleepy. Feeling sleepy. When we are tired and we want to go to sleep, we feel drowsy. Drowsy means when we want to close our eyes and when we just want to lie down. So it means drowsy, feeling sleepy, feeling sleepy. Look at this example over here. This boy is feeling drowsy. Drowsy means sleepy. Our next word is shade. Shade. It means cool, dark area. Cool, dark area. Now this area can be under a tree or it can be at the side of a building or at the side of any other object. A shade is created when the sunlight is blocked by any object, or it can be any other light which is blocked by an object. For example, look at here. Here is a tree. The sun is at the top of the tree. The sunlight is blocked by the tree and therefore a dark area is created under the tree and that dark area is known as shade. Dear students, our next word is evening. Evening, a time at the end of the day. A time at the end of the day. It is the time when the sunlight changes and it gets dim. In the noon, sun shines very brightly, but in the evening, the light of the sun starts getting dimmer. It is the time when the sun, after some time of evening, when the sun sets down and the night comes. Look at this picture over here. During evening, the sun and the sky normally becomes little pink. You can say that evening is the time when we have a dim light on the sky. Here is another picture. Morning, noon, evening and night. During morning, the sun rises up. During noon, the sun shines very brightly and everywhere there is a lot of light, and evening is when the light is dim. Our next word is lullaby. Lullaby, a sweet song sung to make a baby sleep. a sweet song sung to make a baby sleep, which means it is a song when the baby is crying and the baby want to sleep. The mothers, they normally sing that song to make the baby relax and to make him or her sleep. So lullaby is a sweet song which is sung to sleep and to make a baby sleep. Look at here. Maybe you can understand with the help of this picture. Now we will discuss the words and their meaning. The words and their meaning. Our first word is harm. Harm means damage or injury. Harm means damage or injury. Our second word is float. Float, to move slowly on water. Number 3 is lullaby, a soft song sung to make a baby sleep. Number 4 is beam. Beam means a ray of light. A ray of light. Number 5 is shade. Shade means a dark and cool area. A dark and cool area. My dear students, we have already discussed these words with their meanings and we have tried to understand their meaning with the help of pictures.